Hi, I'm John Kim, and I just gave my phone a timeout for the next 7 minutes. So Willa just did a great job of showing us how we can be more conscious about our smartphone usage. But sometimes we want to take it a step further and disconnect completely. I've created a way to take a break from our smartphones, freeing ourselves from the digital distractions. But first, let's take a look at why we need a break from our smartphones. According to an Internet Trends report from Morgan Stanley, over 90% of the people keep their mobile phones within 3 feet of them 24 hours a day. And because we keep our phones 24 hours a day, we are always there when the phone starts to receive something and starts ringing. Once we know there's something waiting for us, our curiosity is stimulated, and we are already distracted, whether we check it or not. This is my cousin Ted, and recently he's been trying his best to stay away from his smartphone. When he gets home, he tries to put it in a place where it's difficult to see or hear. He says that this started because he wants to spend as much time as possible with his baby girl and does not want to miss even the smallest moments. This is a good example that shows us how we might actually be aware of the fact that smartphones are already affecting our experiences. This is why we need a break from our smartphones and spend the time in a more meaningful way. This interruption-free time can be used for quality time interacting with the people around us, or it could be dedicated to ourselves. We can work on a task that requires concentration, or we can simply spend the time for pure relaxation as well. At this point, we need to ask ourselves the question that we have all already been thinking about once. Why don't we just turn our phones off? Well, according to my research, there are 4 main reasons that were keeping us hesitant. The first reason is because we believe that leaving it on will not affect us in any negative way. Surely we can resist looking at it, but actually we can't. In fact, this is a classic addict behavior. Another reason is because turning a smartphone on and off is too much of a hassle. It takes about 60 seconds, and we feel that this is too much effort for us. Also, these days, we live with a sense of obligation to reply immediately. We're worried that if we receive a message and we don't respond right away, others might think that we are being rude. And last but not least, there's the anxiety of, what if I miss something actually important? These are all valid problems, and addressing these problems were the main criteria for designing the smartphone break. And now, this is Timeout. Timeout is a handmade wooden box that enables you to take a break from your smartphones simply by placing it inside. With one simple action, you are free from the digital world's interruptions. The 3 main features of Timeout are silence mode, auto reply, and emergency calls. Once the phone is placed inside, it is recognized by the box through Bluetooth connection. The Bluetooth connection activates software that prohibits the smartphone from ringing or vibrating. If the phone receives a call or a message during this time, it'll send out an auto reply message explaining the current situation to the caller. It'll also tell the caller that he or she will be contacted after the break. The auto reply message will also include an emergency number. This is for the situations when there is an urgent need to contact us. When the emergency number is dialed, the box itself will send out visual and auditory signals suggesting that we should check our phone. The following story of Jason and his timeout experience will help us understand better how the product works and how it addresses the issues that were keeping us from putting our phones away. Jason works in the HR department of a major company. He spends most of his day making phone calls or sending emails. This is why he tries to make sure he spends some time off his phone, especially on weekends, like today. He likes to hang out with his actual friends during this time, which are a big part of his real life. Today he is meeting up with Jenna. a friend he met at an amateur music festival. When Jenna arrives, they both put their phones in the box and close it. This not only keeps the phone out of sight, but it also prohibits from ringing, which eliminates the chance of them being reminded of the phones. This enables Jason and Jenna to enjoy their jam session without any interruptions. While they're having a fun time, Jason's phone actually receives notifications from Facebook and from Twitter, but the phone remains silent to keep Jason uninterrupted. The phone also receives a call from his colleague. Once again, the phone stays silent, and an auto-reply message is sent to the colleague. The message explains that Jason is having a break from his phone. It also lets her know that she'll be contacted later when he is available. This makes sure that she doesn't get the feeling that she's being ignored. Even after Jenna leaves, Jason decides to keep his phone inside the timeout box. He continues with his timeout, and he takes a walk to the park, enjoys the relaxing time, while recharging himself, getting ready for another week to begin. This short story shows us how timeout in a house setting can help us take a break from our smartphones. However, there are actually much more opportunity for timeout to be applied in many different settings and environments. In conclusion, we're all still going to take our smartphones everywhere we go, and there's no need to change that. But every now and then, we need a break from our phones. Timeout can help us disconnect from the digital world and fully experience the world and the people actually around us. Thank you very much.